LT basketball is on the air from Dwayne Wade Court in Richards High School in Oak Lawn, Illinois. I'm Joe Gusa, and this is Mike Fisher-Keller.
Hi, we're here for a great game, Richards versus LT, the 1 versus 4 seed, 2 qualify for the Super Sectionals, 2 get into state. This will be one of the more exciting games of this year for LT.
LT, the third-ranked team. Richards, the number 1 team in the Richards Sectional, being the host school. And we all know how LT got here by beating Curry 52-47 on Wednesday. But how did Richards get here?
Richards got here by Richards got here by beating their opponent.
They beat their opponent, Brother Rice. 67-61.
Who is actually one of their bigger rivals because they're so close by here, and it was one of the more exciting games, they said, for Richards.
Richards losing to Brother Rice earlier in the regular season, but beating them in the sectional semifinals to advance to this sectional championship game. As you may remember, Thomas McMillan was injured in the last game, first with a head injury and then later with a knee injury. We are not 100% sure on what the injury was, but we will know Connell Lodi will be starting in his place.
And he will be out for the entire game.
At least for the entire game. I heard rumors of an ACL injury. We won't go into that because like I said, those are just pure rumors. We don't know. But Connell Lodi will be starting tonight's game and potentially starting the Super Sectional game if we get to that game.
Right. And Connell Lodi, well, he really isn't one of the in the big guard position. It's usually Kevin Dunn or Kevin Meldowney. But Connell Lodi is a taller guy, and for this type of team, they do probably want the taller people out on the court instead of Kevin Dunn or Kevin Melody, who are both under 6 foot.
Yeah, Kevin Dunn and Kevin Meldowney are both 5'10". Connell Lodi is a good 6'4". But like we said in the game against Curry, LT has always dwarfed or made dwarfs up the other teams, but the teams they played lately, Curry, even Downers Grove South to an extent, and now Richards. Richards is definitely a tall team. They have several players over the 6'5" mark, especially their tall center, Sean Prattle.
Who is 6'7", who is still slightly shorter than Jeff Adams, but that will be a good matchup.
Sean Prattle, 6'7" and 210, the starting center for this team. In the last game against Brother Rice, the big starting 5, which consisted of Sean Prattle, Carl Richard, Tommy Thomas, Elliot Gonzalez, and Mike Denson, scored 65 of the 69 points scored in that game.
They all played great games. Sean Prattle, who scored 18 points, he was said to have an off night that night and scoring 18 points, and that's an off night.
Yeah, same with Carl Richards. One of his main things, and actually Carl Richards is starting center, my bad, but one of his strong suits, he said, was his rebounding, especially earlier in his career. He's become more of a scorer now, but he could not rely on that, and he had 16 points, which was second on their team in the Brother Rice game. And we are ready to start this sectional final game off with the tip-off. Carl Richard versus Matt Hurt. And the tip is off, and Carl Richard gets it out to number 21, Sean Prattle, gets it out to number 5, Elliot Gonzalez, who will bring it up court for Richards High School.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Richards wants to play a faster offense against LT, which is what the opponents that have beaten LT have done, or if they want to try and slow it down and set up some plays.
Denson with the ball, passes it out to number 23, Tommy Thomas. Drives it in, gets out to Carl Richard. He'll drive in on CJ Esposito, takes a long-range jumper and makes it good for 2 points, and Richards is out to a 2-point lead.
Richards is starting out with the full court press, just trying to be aggressive on defense and make LT be nervous and slow.
The pass goes in between Matt Hurt's legs and out of bounds. That'll be Richards' ball, an early turnover for LT, and that was really one of the problems for LT, especially in that last game against Curry.
Yes, that is something LT does need to work on. They do have many turnovers game, mainly just with their bad passing. They start out poor with their passing, and usually they correct themselves throughout the game and get better. And
CJ Esposito with the steal. Cosentino bring it up. Another turnover caused by LT. LT's defense strong. This Curry team. Ed Balunas with the basket. Like I was saying, Richards scoring an average of 68.96 points in the game is the shot is off. Evolunas with the rebound, gets out to Colin Lodi. He'll bring it up. Past Mike Denson, drives it in, gets out to Matt Herter, who misses the ball, but gets it back out. And there's a scuffle for the ball, and that'll be LT's ball.
That was really a nice play. Matt Herter looking for an open man. Evolunas was open. It was a little popped up, but an accurate pass, and they both fought for the ball, and we got the right call.
Tommy Thomas trying to get it away from Evolunas' hands, but tipped it out of bounds. LT will get the ball back, and Colin Lodi will be bringing it up past half court. Being guarded by Mike Denson, gets out to Evolunas. Pick set by CJ Esposito. Lodi drives it in, gets a layup, but misses it terribly. And
That, was actually, that actually looked like it was tipped there.
It could have been tipped, but I didn't see anything, and I'm always right. So Carl Richard gets the ball stripped out of his hands, but Tommy Thomas gets the ball back. It goes out to Elliot Gonzalez, the starting point guard for Richards, who will set up the play.
Now Richards has one of the more stronger offenses, as you said, averaging 68.9 points a game. But they do have one of the weaker defenses with 53.9, letting up 53.9 points a game.
Tommy Thomas scoring the three-pointer, giving Richards a three-point lead. Matt Hurt with the ball, shoots a long-range two-shot, misses it off the rim. Prattle with the rebound for Richards. Ellie Gonzalez brings it back up, tries to cross over Lodi, pass out to Prattle, who shoots the open three, and he gets it.
That's rare you see the center take a three like that, especially when he's 6'7".
Starting forward for Richards, sorry, my mind's on another game. Sean Prattle getting the three-pointer, and there's going to be a foul on the play. LT will get the inbounds pass once play starts up again. First foul on Elliot Gonzalez, first team foul in this game. Richards still up 8-2.
Richards really is draining those shots right now. Even when they're contested, they're just shooting it over our defensive players.
Great pass by Colin Lodi into Matt Hurt with the post basket, 8-4. Lions with the deficit still. Tommy Thomas fakes a three, drives it in on Evolunas and Constantino, and gets the basket off the backboard. Good for another 2 points, and that is his 5th point of this game.
That was really a nice shot to get up and around our defenders right there.
LT only allowing 49.32 defensive points per game. Strong defensive team, but this Richards team is very strong. As Evolunas with the three, bounces too hard off the rim, and that'll be number 34, Carl Richard with the rebound.
LT right now is really struggling on offense and can't get those shots to fall. As number 34, Carl Richard makes a three.
The starting center hits another three for Richards. That's the third three of the night, as LT is going to try to get back from this early deficit. Matt Hurt backs down Carl Richard, takes a long two, air balls it to Sean Prattle. Richards will get another chance to widen their lead. Elliot Gonzalez tries driving it in. Tommy Thomas gets the ball back. Coach John Geppetto getting the calls out to his players.
LT, I think, really needs to start playing a tighter defense and not letting them get a shot at time.
Sean Prattle in deep. Does not get the basketball, but gets his own offensive rebound. He gets the basket off the backboard and in. Another point for Richards, rather, as they are now out to a 15-4 early lead. Colin Lodi gets it into Matt Hurt. Will pass it out back to Lodi. Fakes the three, drives in. He gets the ball stripped by Elliot Gonzalez, but that's going to be a foul on Gonzalez, his second of the night.
I think his foot was actually on the line, and they're calling out of bounds. Nope, they're calling a foul.
Yep, you are wrong, Fish, like always. Colin Lodi will inbound the ball to CJ Esposito, who gets out into Matt Hurt in the high post, takes a shot, and he gets the fall. LT with their 6th point of the night. Matt Hurt with his 4th.
That is what Matt Hurt really is good at. He is good at those turnaround shots.
Matt Hurt good at the mid-range jumpers as well, as Jeff Adams is getting ready to check in for Lions Township on the next change of possession or timeout.
They really do need a bigger guy in there to help get the rebounds, though.
Colin Lodi with the
nice
strip.
steal.
Tommy Thomas trying to get the ball back. Gets out to Evolunas in the post, and he gets blocked by Carl Richards. He gets out on the fast break to Prattle. Alley-oop to Tommy Thomas. Doesn't get it, blocked by Matt Hurt. Denson will set the play back up. Elliot Gonzalez with the fake, drives in. Tries to get the layup off the backboard, but does not fall. Evolunas with the rebound, gets it in through the three players. And there'll be a foul on Richards.
LT right there in that last minute stepped it up, and they're playing more aggressively. even though they are down 15-6, but they are starting to play more aggressively and realizing that they have to play more close on their shots.
These games are getting ever so more pressure filled as they are now only one game away. If they win this, one game away from the state finals.
And also, if they lose this game, they're going home. This could potentially be their last game of the year, or they could just, if they win, they go on and could possibly win state.
Not often do you see Jeff Adams get blocked, but you just saw one right there on the hands of Carl Richards. That's the possible charge taken
nice
by
steal by
Cosentino.
Eddie Valunas.
But Evan Valunas, like you said, gets the steal, and LT will set back up. Connor Lodi with the ball, passing deep to in the post to Jeff Adams, who gets blocked again by Prattle, but that's going to be a foul on Sean Prattle. Number 21 for Richards, his first foul of the night.
As Adams will get his chances short and lays in 2 free throws.
That's actually Sean Prattle's second personal foul, 13 foul for Richards compared to Lions, who have none so far. Jeff Adams will go to the line for 2.
Sean Prattle is looking really good out there, getting up many blocks and a lot of rebounds.
And Jeff Adams airballs the free throw. It's not a good showing, especially in the away game. You never want to hear that cheering section, which is a big cheering section for this Richards crowd. And Jeff Adams is probably going to hear that the rest of the night as he will get ready to shoot a second free throw. Let's just hope there's a better result from that one.
Makes a second.
Jeff Adams nails his second one as the Richards crowd tries to make him feel bad about himself, to put it in layman's terms. Carl Richard with the 3, hits it too strong off the rim. Wolf with the rebound. Lodi with the strip. Great defensive play by Lodi. Like we said, his defensive play is a lot stronger than his offensive play. As Cosentino gets a mid-range jumper, hits it too strong off the rim. Evan with the steal. Gets it off the hands of Carl Richards. Evelyn Hurt to Cosentino, floats it in. That is Cosentino's first 2 points of the night as LT has shortened this lead down to 6.
Right now, Richards really isn't protecting the ball well. They're just letting the ball get stolen away from them right now, pretty much.
Carl Richard with the ball at the 3-point line. We know he can shoot the 3 as well as Tommy Thomas can, who has the ball now. He shoots a long range 2 and gets it to fall. Richards now with 17 points on the night. That is Tommy Thomas' 7th point. Lodi brings it back up court for LT as he gets trapped by Richards, and it's going to be a steal for Richards. Possession arrow actually favors Lions Township, and they will get the ball back.
We've said this before, but it always seems that the jump ball arrow always goes our way.
Yeah, regardless of where we're at. I actually saw the possession arrow at Richards' side like 2 seconds ago, and that's why I thought it was going to be Richards' ball, but apparently it's not. The arrow does go over to Richards now as LT has the ball. Jeff Adams in the 3-point line deep to Valunas, who tries to get the basket up but cannot get it. That's number 12 with the rebound.
I think it looked like he tripped over his own feet there.
Carl Richards is going to get a foul called. That looks like it's going to be Matt Hurt with the foul. Carl Richards will go up to the line for 2 points.
Personal foul number 25, Hurt. That's his first.
That is Hurt's first personal foul, first team foul for these LT Lions with 51.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Richards really is a fast-scoring team. As we said, they have averaged 68.9 points a game.
Carl Richards makes good on his first free throw attempt, bringing this lead to 18-9, doubling LT's first quarter total. Kevin Muldowney is going to come in for Connor Lodi. Carl Richard, like we said, on an off night, scored 16 points against Brother Rice on Tuesday, and he's going to make it on his second free throw attempt. That'll make it 19-9. That is Carl Richards' 7th point of the night. Richards going out in the full court press. Muldowney with the ball. That's trying to get a step. Steal by Elliot Gonzalez. Drives it in on Muldowney. Passes it back out to Tommy Thomas.
That just was not a smart pass right there. He was being double teamed and had to get rid of the ball. But that was just a bad pass. And I think that was also bad on the other bad part on the other players because nobody was really trying to get open there.
Elliot Gonzalez dribbling in on number 3, Kevin Muldowney. Denson with the ball. Now off to Tommy Thomas.
Looks like they're probably going to play up for the last second shot here to end the first quarter.
10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. You're right, Fish. That looks like they're going to. Goes out to Carl Richard. Back to Gonzalez. He fakes a shot, goes for a long range two, and gets it out of the rim. Evelyn just takes the rebound and eats it with 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. After one quarter of play, Richards is up by 10.
LT really needs to start playing better defense. They can't let them get the wide open shot like that. They are going to drain them every time, Rich.
And here's tonight's first quarter trivia question. Which Chicago high school team holds the record for the most points scored in a game?
That is a tough question. I really don't know. If I had to say any team,
it's not either of the teams playing tonight. We can tell you that, folks.
I really don't know, actually.
Yeah, I researched these and I already forgot. So that shows how little I know. But apparently, that'll be the trivia question. We'll answer that later in the game as Richards is up by 10 after the first quarter of play. And so far, it's just been a really dominated game, especially by the big men, number 23, Tommy Thomas, and number 34, Carl Richards.
Like I was saying, LT cannot let them get the open shot. They are going to hit it every time. They've been hitting them when they've been tightly guarded, too. They really need to get up in their face and not even let them get a shot at 10.
Richards with 3 team fouls, Lions with only 1. Starting out the second quarter, Carl Richards will pass it in for Richards as they get possession of the ball first. Gets it into Elliot Gonzalez. He's starting point guard for this Richards squad. Carl Richards with the ball at the three-point line, being guarded tightly by Matt Hurt. Gonzalez with the ball, goes out to number 2, Mike Denson. Number 3, Tommy Thomas with the 3, and he gets it again to fall. That's going to be the first 3 for Tommy Thomas, or the second 3 for Tommy Thomas, I believe. As that is now his 10-point. Richards now up 22-9. Cosentino with the open 2-pointer, and he gets the fall, 22-11. Richards still doubling LT's total. Gonzalez brings it up to Tommy Thomas. Gets out to Mike Denson, who fakes the open shot. Gonzalez at the three-point line with the ball now. Tries to dribble off Muldowney, but loses a little bit of the handle, and it goes out of bounds. A mismanaged play by number 30, Sam Malayan, the 6'3" senior forward, and that'll be another turnover for Richards as LT really needs to force more of those in the second quarter and the rest of this game.
Yeah, their coach cannot be happy with that. Especially, they were open, they weren't heavily guarded, and it was just tossed out of bounds.
Coach John Chiappetta, one of the heavily decorated. The ball is blocked by Tommy Thomas on Edvalunas, but Edvalunas drives it in. Almost gets stolen by Carl Richards, but that's going to be a foul on the shot by Matt Hurt. Matt Hurt will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Fouls on Richard. His first, team's 4th. Hurt at the line.
That is Carl Richards' first foul, the 4th team foul for this Richards squad. As Matt Hurt toes up the line and is going to shoot a pair.
He really needs to make both of these free throws because LT right now is too far in the hole right now, and they just need to start gaining some momentum to get back up on top.
Matt Hurt draining the first free throw, bringing this lead down to only 10. And he gets a second free throw to fall. LT now with 13 points on the night. Richards bringing the ball up quickly. Mike Denson drives in on Jeff Adams, gets it to fall somehow.
I thought that was a block.
I don't see how he could have gotten that over Jeff Adams. Jeff Adams, a 6'8" center, bench player for LT. One of the key bench players on the squad. As Matt Hurt gets the ball, takes a long 2-pointer, and he gets the ball. Lions now with 15 points. That is going to be Matt Hurt's 8th point of the night. Matt Hurt doing most of the scoring for this LT squad. Carl Richard now with the ball being guarded by Matt Hurt. We all know Carl Richard can actually shoot the 3 as opposed to most big men who really shouldn't be able to, but most of these teams feature big men who can shoot the 3.
That really is Richard's strength is the long shot, which is what LT really needs to start defending a lot better against.
Almost a mismanaged play by Tommy Thomas, and he drives in over the hand of Jeff Adams, but it's going to be missed and rebounded by Edvalunas. Cosentino with the ball now.
Almost losing handle of that ball.
Cosentino guarded by number 2, and that's going to be a foul on Denson. LT will inbound the ball It looks like Conalodi's going to come back in, and Sean Prattle is going to come in for Richards.
Falls on Denson, that's his first, team's 5th, inbound Lions.
LT so far in the second quarter has been playing better defense and is starting to crawl back into this game.
Number 30, Sam Lyon coming out for Richards. For number 21, Sean Prattle, the 6'7" junior forward. Conalodi coming in for LT, bringing the ball up. Coach Costantino goes to Ed Valunas, who fakes a shot, gets Denson up in the air. Costantino getting the ball back. Almost had an open three, but a little too far. Conalodi now with the ball. Goes out to Ed Valunas, who gets out to Matt Hurt. Good ball movement into
Great
Jeff Adams,
pass.
and off the backboard in. Another 2 points for Jeff Adams. That is his 5th point of the night, or his 3rd point of the night, rather. As LT is now only leading by 7. Or Richardson now only leading by 7. Sean
Great
Prattle
defense.
gets the ball stripped from him, but gets it back out to Tommy Thomas. I don't know how he did that, but Tommy Thomas tried driving it in.
block by
Jeff
Jeff.
Adams blocks it.
That is what Jeff Adams is known for. He gets the key blocks in most games.
Jeff Adams, like we said, 6'8". There's not a lot of people who can get a shot around it, but we've already seen a couple guys do it, but Mike Denson could not do it that time, or Tommy Thomas, rather. It's Mike Denson fakes a shot, gets out to Carl Richard in the corner, fakes the shot, takes a long two, and he gets it to fall. 26-17, and Richard still with the lead.
The thing is with Thomas McMillan out, he was shot most of the threes, and Pete Costantino, he is a great basketball player, but he likes to go in and make the twos, and when he gets the open three, he usually does not take it.
Like he does right there. He passes out to Jeff Adams, who almost gets the ball tipped away. Great recovery by Jeff Adams to get the ball, knocking over Mike Denson, who is much smaller than Jeff Adams. Costantino gets the floater to fall. Lions still keeping up with this Richards team, only down by 7 right now. Sean Prattle in the post, spins by Jeff Adams, tries
Goes for the
dunking it, but
dunk.
he misses. Elliot Gonzalez with the rebound. Prattle gets blocked again by Matt Hurt, but that's going to be a foul on Matt Hurt. If you're going to dunk the ball, you might as well make it. And
Well,
Sean
I'm
Prattle
sure that
does
was
not.
his goal, but
Obviously it was, but he didn't. But he got his own offensive rebound, which I'll give him credit for, and he got fouled by Ed Valunas. Apparently that was his first personal foul. LT's 2nd team foul.
Sean Prattle looks like he is a really strong player, and he is out-muscling Jeff Adams right now.
And he gets his first free throw to fall. That is going to be Prattle's 6th point of the night. LT still down by 8. Really, this lead is really only a key thing if you think about how fast Richards came out of the gate. They were on a 15-4 run, and Prattle makes his 2nd free throw, making this lead back out to 9 with 4:14 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Almost gets stolen by Gonzalez, but Matt Hurt recovers and gets the ball back. Tries getting out to Costantino, does. Gets it in deep to Ed Valunas, who fakes a shot and almost gets off the rebound, backboard. Jeff Adams with the rebound, he gets it off the backboard and in for another 2 points. Jeff Adams, his 5th of the night. Gonzalez will set up the play for Richards. Gets into Prattle, gets it into Denson.
The steal by Costantino.
Bad dribbling on Denson's part. Costantino recovers and gets the ball back. LT will set up again, trying to shorten this lead. He gets Richard up in the air. Lodi with the ball. Edwin is wide open, but he gets it into Adams in the post. And he almost got the basket to fall, but Hurt does a wise job. Lodi with the wide three. Does not get it, but Hurt with the offensive rebound. Down in the post. And he got it off the backboard. Another offensive rebound by Jeff Adams. That's going to be a foul on Richards. LT will inbound the ball.
That was, well, with the rebounding, that was great offensive rebounding right there.
That's a great job by Matt Hurt to bounce the ball off the rebound because he couldn't secure the rebound, obviously because he was being heavily double-teamed by Richards. He bounced it off and got it to a person who could get the rebound. And just a great series of offensive rebounding, but they could not get the basket, which is the key thing because obviously if you don't score, you can't win. So, but they're only down by 7 late in this 2nd quarter. Costantino is going to throw in the ball once play starts. Evelyn is now passing it, and Jeff Adams in the post. He's getting a triple team, and he just, I believe that was tipped. But regardless, that was not a wise shot selection as he was triple teamed in the post. As Elian Gonzalez is going to go inside. Carl Richard with the open three, and he gets it to fall once again. Richards now with 31 points. That is
They
Carl
can't leave
Richards'
him open
12th
like
point of the night.
That has been the problem. They've been leaving too many players wide open.
Carl Richard with the foul. His 2nd personal foul. Evelyn is to go to the line to shoot 2. And like you said, Carl Richard really good at the 3-point line. They really need to cover him more. And he hasn't really been the post presence we thought he would be because he is 6'5" and he is the starting center. I don't see why he didn't just, because I don't know what I'm saying right now. But,
well, then I'll start talking.
yes, Evolunas misses his first free throw attempt.
LT really needs to pay more attention to the three-point shot because that's pretty much what Richards is going for pretty much all the time right now. And that has been their big point, how they've been getting most of their points. They really haven't gotten too many points going through the post or anything.
Evolunas with a second free throw. Too
Misses
strong
them
off
both.
the rim, misses both of them. This crowd obviously getting into him as that's number 25, Wolf, with the rebound. Elliot Gonzalez, the starting point guard, is going to bring it back up. Tommy Thomas passing up the three, gets out to Wolf, gets out to Denson. Back to Gonzalez. LT needs to play tighter right now and try to force a turnover because they're still down by 10. Late to go in this first half. Number 2 now with the ball. Denson gets out to number 44, gets out to back to Gonzalez. Good ball movement on Richards' part as Gonzalez drives in, fakes out Jeff Adams, but then he gets blocked by Jeff Adams. And Jeff Adams with the rebound. There's going to be a timeout by LT.
I think LT is doing the right thing in trying to get Matt Hurt and Jeff Adams in at the same time because they do need the big guys in.
And we are going to have an answer to tonight's first quarter trivia question. Which Chicago team holds the record for the most points scored in one game? And it is Krieger with 152 points.
Wow.
Never would have
that
guessed
is a lot of points in one game.
Yeah, that was all.
Let alone high school, college, or the NBA. That's just amazing.
Yeah, and I believe that game was in like 3 overtimes, so it's a little believable, but that's still a lot of points to score in 3 overtimes. We've seen some 3 overtime games in this in these IHSA playoffs. And Colin Lodi to bring the ball back up. I thought I was going somewhere with that, but I wasn't. Colin Lodi brings the ball back up. Out to Evolunas, who gets out to Cosentino, who had the open shot, but fakes it, drives in, tries to get the floater again. Matt Hurt with a strong offensive rebound, gets it in! And fouled and one for Matt Hurt.
And he will have the chance to try and shorten this lead.
That is Hurt's 10th point of the night. He is leading the team right now. LT now only down by 8, as he will go to the line to shoot 1 free throw.
LT really needs this basket, like I said. They need to get the momentum shift on their side, which I think they're doing right now.
Jeff Adams is going to take a well-deserved rest. He's going to get a round of applause by this LT crowd, who's obviously on the visitor's side of the court. Matt Hurt toe up to the line to shoot 1 after he makes the basket. Gets the free throw. 3-point play converted. That is Matt Hurt's 11th point of the night. Wolf was wide open with the 3, but fakes it. Gets out to Gonzalez, who gets it out to Tommy Thomas.
Looks like LT right now is going to try and play the tighter defense so they cannot get those wide open threes anymore.
Because LT has not been able to show the presence to get, or Richards rather, has not been able to get in the post that often, especially with Adams and Hurt swatting everything in sight. Richards really been living and dying by the 3-point ball in this game. Obviously, they've been living more than dying. And Richards is slowing down the pace of the game, trying to get LT to freak out, I guess, a little bit in the second half, or second quarter, rather. Gonzalez is going to set the play back up once again. They've wasted about 30 seconds on this one possession. Richards obviously is not going to take a shot if they're up by this much. So right now, LT needs to pressure, try to get the steal, as they almost do by Cosentino, but Gonzalez, good ball handler, gets the ball back, and Tommy Thomas is going to set the play back up.
Looks like they tried taking your advice there.
Wolf drives in. That's going to be a foul on Ed Valunas. The crowd, our crowd at least, wanted the traveling call, but that was a good call by the IHSA.
He did take a good few steps there, but Ed Valunas was holding on to the ball. It could have gone either way, and it just didn't go in our favor.
That should have been a jump ball because possession favors us like it always does, but it wasn't. Richards will have the ball. Tommy Thomas now with the ball, gets out to Gonzalez, still setting up a play. Richards is really melted a lot of this clock off. They've at least gotten 2 minutes in the second quarter without even making a field goal attempt.
Right now, they're probably just going to play for the last second shot. They've wasted about at least 2.5 minutes.
Tommy Thomas drives in, almost took the shot, but they're going to take your advice, and Gonzalez is going to dribble off of Lodi, tries driving it in and gets the foul on CJ Esposito, and one for Richards. Even if they didn't wait for the last second shot, that was still a good play by Gonzalez to draw the foul on CJ Esposito. That is his second personal foul, fourth team foul. If you can find one positive in this first half for LT, it's that they haven't fouled that much. They've only had 14 fouls. That's compared to Richard's 7. Gonzalez shoots the one shot, but does not get it to fall, and Matt Hurt with the long rebound. I'd watch out if I were him. He gets out to Edelus with the open 3. Too strong, and Wolf with the rebound for Richards. Chris out to number 44, who tries getting the basket. And that's going to be a traveling call. Great call by the IHSA refs. LT's going to get the ball back.
And hopefully get one more last shot off.
Number 44, Dwayne McGee, the 6'3", 210-pound forward for Richards, traveling. The Gold Rush chanting fundamentals because that was a bad fundamental play. Esposito, bad pass, gets picked off by McGee. Tommy Thomas with a long shot, didn't know why he took that. 1 second left, goes out of bounds, and that's gonna be the end of the first half anyways.
LT really this half has not been playing all too well. Their offense hasn't been too bad, but on defense, they really have not adjusted to defending the long 3 shot at all. They left many wide open threes, and that's how Richards is winning this game right now.
LT not doing a good job on either side of the ball, trying to get their post possessions in. And we are going to go to a score short of the last game played by LT. LT basketball is back on the air from Richards High School, Dwayne Wade Court in Oakland, Illinois, for IHSA sectional final action as LT is losing 24-33.
LT really didn't play a good half defensively. Really, Richards is just good with the long shot. They really need to start tightening up and not letting him get any open shots. They haven't been able to go down low and get any points in the paint or in the post.
Especially Carl Richard on the Richards side, scoring 12 points. Matt Hertz leading the way with 11 for Lyons Township.
LT, they haven't been playing too bad on offense. 24 isn't terrible, even though they do average 53.9 points a game. Or, no, they average about 58 points a game.
The opposing points per game for Richards is 53.9.
Yeah, I read the wrong one.
It's all right.
So they're not playing too bad on offense, but their defense, they really need to get tighter on defense.
As Hurt tried to bounce the ball off Gonzalez. I guess it's going to be a foul on Matt Hurt as Richards will get the ball back. Actually, that's going to be an out-of-bounds call. No foul on the play. Richards with the ball. I guess I can't call a foul when you just throw the ball at someone, but
he was getting guarded pretty heavily, so he just tried to get it out so they can reset the play.
But it did not work as Richards will get the ball back. LT not converting on their first possession of the game, or the second half. Tommy Thomas now with the ball. Pass it back out to Gonzalez as they're going to play a slow-paced game from now on, trying to conserve this lead, which is pretty much the wise thing to do as Coach John Chiappetto is trying to capture one of his many sectional championships. He's been the regional championship the past 5 years, and he has also been named the IBCA Coach of the Year in 2006 and 2007. He's looking for a third straight thing as Mike Denson hits the three-pointer, and it's now 36-24. Richards with a 12-point lead early on in this second half. Cosentino driving the ball in, hits it under the backboard, fighting for the rebound. Prattle is going to get the ball. Regardless, the possession arrow goes towards Richards. Yeah, for once.
For once, it doesn't go in our favor.
It doesn't go in our favor, exactly. And Richards is going to get the ball back. Gonzalez will bring the ball past half court for Richards High School. Tommy Thomas now with the ball being guarded by Ed Valunas. Pick and roll set by Sean Prattle, the big man for Richards. Fake shot into Carl Richard, and there's going to be a call on the play. Foul, what looks to be on Matt Hurt.
LT still isn't playing that great of basketball. They just look like they've got the wind knocked out of them right now, as they are down by 13 points.
We saw him coming out.
12 points, I'm sorry.
It's all right. We saw him coming out of the locker rooms. They didn't seem too riled up like they should be. It doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like a positive atmosphere for this LT team. As Matt Hurt gets the steal on the Aaron alley-oop pass, apparently. Matt Hurt gets it back up. Jeff Adams in the post, gets it in, gets it off the backboard and in. LT's first points of the second half. LT now only down by 10. Tommy Thomas getting the ball in, but there's going to be a foul in play by Ed Valunas. The referee points to him, and Tommy Thomas is going to shoot 2 free throws. LT already with 2 quick team fouls in the second half. They were good in foul position in the first half, but they have not been showing up. Yeah, with only 4. But they have not showed up for the second half with any statistics, really. And now they have 2 team fouls as Tommy Thomas hits his first free throw. That is his 11th point of the night. Second on the team to Carl Richards, 12 points. And he hits the rim a couple times, and it goes in for Tommy Thomas as LT is now down by 12 points once again. Matter almost gets the errant pass to Colin Lodi, and that's going to be a traveling call by the IHSA refs. Richards will get the ball again.
That really looks like a foul.
I don't know what the IHSA refs were seeing right there, but I didn't see anybody walking. I saw somebody reach in, but that's just me, and apparently I'm against the IHSA refs who just called the ball in our favor.
LT gets the ball back anyway.
So now they redeem themselves, if you want to consider it that.
Or they just looked better in our eyes.
Exactly. We are biased, like we said, because we are LT students. Keep in mind when you're watching this. Cosentino bringing the ball up court for LT, pass off to Matt Hurt. Gets out to Jeff Adams. Cosentino back up with the ball, drives in.
He's
blocked
fouled
by
on
his
the
own,
play.
pretty much blocked by his own player, but he'll get fouled. He ran into Matt Hurt on the play, but it's a good thing because Cosentino got fouled on play. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Fouls on number 2, Benson.
Number 2, Mike Denson with the foul. His second personal foul.
Misses his first free throw. These are points LT needs to make, especially when they're down by 12 points right now.
Yeah, LT has not been solid at the free throw line like they usually have been as Cosentino rims out on the second one, but Jeff Adams gets the rebound, drives in, gets another foul, almost hits the basket and almost in one situation. But Jeff Adams is going to shoot 2 at the line. Another blocking foul on Richards. Number 34 will get the foul call. Carl Richards, he's now near foul trouble with 3 fouls in the game.
That was a great play by Adams to get the rebound. Just to get it over, he had to go over the Richards player, and that was just a good rebound all around by Jeff Adams.
And just as long as Jeff Adams makes both these free throws, it really turns a broken play into a great play. Even though LT would have liked to have had those 2 free throws with a little more time left on the clock than they have now, wasting time, getting the offensive rebound, driving in, and getting another foul called. Jeff Adams toes up the line, shoots his first free throw, hits the rim too hard, bounces off the backboard, does not hit his first free throw. He can only hope for 1 point now. LT still down by 12 with 5:40 left to go. In the third quarter, LT still down because of the early run that Richards made on this team in the first quarter.
Makes his
second free throw. That's Jeff Adams' 8th point of the night. Tommy Thomas.
Richards ran up quick.
Great block by Jeff Adams, and it goes out of bounds. Richards get the ball back. Tommy Thomas a little shaken up. And as well he should be, because you just don't drive in on Jeff Adams like that without getting a little swatting action.
Richards looks like they're trying to move the ball a lot quicker than they did in the first half.
Mike Denson now has the ball, passes it out, but Cosentino jumps up and takes the ball away. LT with another turnover, spins away from Gonzalez, great move, and he overshoots the ball. Sean Brattle with the behind the back pass and the rebound. Behind the back pass to Gonzalez, who drives in on a Lodi. Open 3 for Tommy Thomas, and he gets the ball once again. That's been the story of the game so far. Is Richards' 3-point shooting, and you see right there why, because Tommy Thomas, Carl Richards, and everybody on the Richards squad has been able to nail that 3. And it's really been the downfall for this LT defense. Jeff Adams now in the post. It's off the backboard and in.
It's
and
a chance
one.
for the 3-point play.
that'll be Jeff Adams' 10th and possibly 11th point of the game. The foul is on Elliot Gonzalez, his third personal foul, the team's third team foul. A little redundant there, but you know what I mean.
Jeff Adams and Matt Hurt really have been the key players for LT right now. They're getting the points and making the big plays and the big blocks and the steals.
The problem is they're just not making enough of those plays to close up this lead more as Jeff Adams rims out his first free throw, but the long rebound goes to Elodie, possibly now for a 4-point play, which is probably what they wanted. So Cosentino shoots a three, too short. No rebounding chance for Jeff Adams. That's going to be number 30 with the rebound for Richards. Sam Lyon, one of the bench players for Richards, one of the key bench players for Richards, as now they have the ball. Gonzalez is going to set the play back up. Being guarded tightly by Colin Lodi. Set, pick and roll set. Gonzalez driving in and he gets fouled on the play. No basket. That is going to be LT's third team foul.
And he will get 2 free throws.
Yes, he will. You said it better than I did, apparently. That is Jeff Adams' first foul of the game, which is surprising for a big man. Normally they're in foul trouble the whole time, but as his first free throw, or first foul, as Gonzalez makes good on his first free throw. Another one of Richard Strong's suits. Almost said the wrong word there. As
that wouldn't have been good at all.
That's only Gonzalez's third point of this game. Most of the scoring being done by Denson, Richard, and Tommy Thomas.
I don't think Richards has missed a free throw at all tonight.
You might be correct on saying that. I mean, we're going to watch this later and notice that we're probably wrong somewhere, but
they're making a majority
a good majority of
the
this.
free throws.
Edwin gets Tommy Thomas to go up in the air, but shoots it too short on the three-point line. One of the downfalls for LT in this game so far is them not being able to shoot the three as compared to Richards, who has been doing a very good job as Gonzalez stopped and goed. Gets out the same alignment, bounces high off the backboard and out. Matt Hurt with the defensive rebound out to Evan Lunas.
Long pass.
And he gets it off the backboard and in. Good for 2 points. LT is now only down by 12 with 3:57 left to go in the third quarter. LT really needs to hurry up and try to get these strong points as Alex Bird is going to come in for his first minutes of this game. Sean Prattle and Denson are going to come in for Richards once play is stopped.
Now, LT, that really is a big momentum changer for LT. With a quick play like that to get a quick 2 points.
A turnover will do that. Tommy Thomas is open in the corner for 3. And that's one of the threes they haven't made. A line with the rebound. Gets it high and nails it over Jeff Adams' hands.
You saw there LT getting too aggressive and going for a double team.
Jeff Adams in the post, bounces off the backboard, does not get the fall. Jeff Adams with the no rebound. Richards will get the ball. Try to speak a little too soon.
Yeah, as I think Jeff Adams did get the foul right there.
Yes, Jeff Adams did get the foul. He will come out for Alex Burt, like I said, getting this first minutes of the game is Gonzalez and Richards. 2 of the strong players for Richards are going to come out. It's a little hard saying that. Richards. I'll only point that out once, I swear. Tommy Thomas
Hopefully.
now with the ball for Richards. Yeah. Tries shaking off his defender. He does a good job, gets out the backboard, but too strong. Matt Hurt with the rebound, and he knocks over Sean Prattle, but he'll get the ball back. Great play by Matt Hurt to secure the rebound. LT will still have the ball.
No, they're losing the ball right there.
All right, Jesse Rev switched their position on the foul. That's going to be a push-off on Matt Hurt. His third personal foul. Lions' 5th team foul as they're now in foul trouble.
Matt was being really aggressive there, but it did look like he elbowed the guy either in the chest or the face.
Matt Hurt is obviously an aggressive player, very emotional. As Denson shoots the floater, does not get the fall. Alex Burt with the rebound. Cosentino brings it back up court. Gets out to an open Elodie
Nice
with
play.
the layup, and good for 2 points. LT still down by 12.
With good ball movement, though, right there. That will help them change momentum, which is a big thing right now. I've been saying it a lot. But when you're down by this much, you need something to help get you all those points back.
Denson almost lost it, but Richards recovered, and that's going to be a timeout called on Richards to try to slow down the pace of the game as they need it. And we're going to our trivia question that we asked earlier in the second quarter.
Who holds the record? Who holds the LT record for most points scored in a single game?
Now this is a very interesting one because it's not anybody out in the court right now. We have to give you hints because obviously there's not going to be a lot of people who know these unless you're an LT historian. Which,
Or an LT alumni.
Thanks, Fish. As we obviously are experts, we do know the answer, but we will not tell you because we are mean.
Yeah, we're jerks like that.
Yeah, we are total jerks. It was a while ago, though. We will give you that.
And it was a lot of points, especially for one game, too.
Yeah, and it was one person, mind you. Not the team, one person. It was a while ago. Was it before we were born?
I think it was.
It might have been. But
we were born in 1990, so you're not all confused out there.
Yeah, we are not like 57 years old and born in 1954. But I just gave away a hint, but.
Some good math right there.
Yeah, I don't think knowing the year could really help you in this situation because I don't really think there were a lot of viewers out there that would remember this from 1954. As
well,
we're going to get back to the game. Stepping out of me, Fish, but Carl Richards with the long two, or passes it into Sean Prattle. Tommy Thomas saving the ball, goes to Prattle, who's wide open in the post.
And shoots it too hard.
Rolls out of the rim. CJ Esposito with the rebound.
Moving the ball up quick with a nice pass.
Up to Elodie, who gets the layup and good. LT really needs that right now as they're only down by 10 right now.
With 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
Elodie's 4th points of the game. LT closing this lead, but they still need to do a better job, and that's going to be a foul on Elodie to reach in on Gonzalez. That is going to be LT's 6th team foul as they are now in serious foul trouble.
I think with all the steals, though, that they had in the first half, they're trying to play over aggressively this half, and which is causing them to have more fouls.
Yeah, when you're down by this much, you have to play aggressively. As Matt Hurt in foul trouble with 3 personal fouls is out of the game right now. As Sean Prattle
throws it too long.
Shoots by Elliot Gonzalez. That'll be LT ball on the turnover by Gonzalez on the errant pass. Prattle's tall, but he's not that tall.
Might need Yao Ming to catch that pass.
Yao Ming injured for the Houston Rockets, as we might add. Elodie gets the basket to fall. LT now only down by 8. Oh, I can't do math. That's going to trap him. There's going to be a push out on LT. He almost stepped out of bounds, but that's going to be a foul on LT.
And I think, yes, right now Richards is in the bonus, and we'll get a 1-and-1.
So they're going to set up the
This is really going to hurt LT. Now every time we foul, they have a threat to get points, even if we foul them on offense.
Gonzalez shooting the 1-and-1.
Misses
the first one, which is surprising because Richards has been a good free throw shooting team.
That might have been their first missed free throw.
That was one of a couple. Evans with the wide open 3, too short.
That was a long
rebound goes to Mike Denson. Richards to set the play back up with 1 minute and 16 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
He brings it up very slowly.
Prattle deep in the post.
Blocked
by Cosentino,
but they will be calling the foul, so it was not a block.
No block on the play by Cosentino. He would have really liked that one, I'm pretty sure.
That would have been great, especially with the guy that is 6'7", and Cosentino is about 6'4", I think.
Cosentino, one of the senior players, which could be experiencing their last game in an LT uniform if they don't make this miraculous comeback. Prattle, the 6'7" center forward, will shoot his first free throw. Too strong off the back of the rim and out. Richards now not making any of their free throws apparently in this second half, which is a good thing for LT.
For LT.
It's good for Richards too to let us back in, to be good sports about it.
Oh
yeah. I don't think you ever see that strategy used, but Prattle makes a second free throw, taking a bad position on our strategy. As Elodie is pressured by the trap, goes out to Cosentino. Denton recovering on defense. And they're going to call the foul on.
The charge.
It's going to be a charge. That was not a charge. That was just a flop by Denton. Actually, that was probably a charge by Cosentino. Yeah. I'm just a little angry.
It could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way. That is LT's 9th foul. No bonus because that is an offensive foul. Gonzalez to bring it back up. Back to Tommy Thomas. Back to Gonzalez. Denton now with the ball. Back to Carl Richard. Back in the game after a little bit of hiatus. hiatus. That's a little harder word to say.
Yeah.
Tommy Thomas faking the three, gets out to Carl Richard in the post, drives in, passes out
Good
to Denson
pass.
with a wide open three,
Makes the
and
three
he makes the three.
to get the 11-point lead.
That is actually
12-point
a
lead.
12-point lead.
As with a quick steal, and Tim Casentino has ran over there, and there's no foul call.
There should have been a foul called on that play, but no foul called. As LT Evelyn with a wide open three. Too strong off the back iron, rims out. Carl Richard with the rebound. Is this now starting to look pretty pessimistic?
The last second shot, probably.
2 seconds left. No last second shot, or maybe there is, but
And
Tommy
it's
Thomas
short.
misses it anyways. No last second three for Richards. This is now 51-37 after 3 quarters of play.
LT really needs to step it up here in this fourth quarter as we bring you the answer to our trivia question.
Who scored the most points in a game for LT? And it was 44 points in 1954, and that was held by Tim Chiesa.
That's a tough name, but that is 44 points in one game. That is amazing.
That is truly amazing. The record set in 1954, 53 years ago. 53. 54. I don't know. I don't know when the exact date was. So it's 53, 54 years. I don't know why I was trying to debate myself, but once going back to the game, LT down by 14 points. A bigger deficit than they had going into halftime, and they really need to step up in these last 8 minutes if they want to at least salvage this game.
As the LT fans are cheering them on, so LT can keep their heads up and try and get back into this game.
LT does not want to go out like this. The seniors possibly playing their last game. We all know how strong of a team this Richards squad was, being ranked first overall, and obviously we're in their home court, so they are hosting the sectional as the #1 team. This LT team is also strong, being the 3rd ranked team in the Richards sectional.
LT really needs to move the ball fast and get quick points if they want to come back in this.
Costantino with a 3-pointer.
Drains
a
a
fall.
three.
LT now only down by 11, possibly showing some life after being down by so much. Costantino's 9th point of the game. Richards is going to settle the ball, play it slow, trying to conserve this lead and not let LT back into it.
Which is not actually that bad of a plan.
Prattle in the post, gets it off the backboard and in. Richards now back up by 13. That is going to be Prattle's 10th point of the game. Constantino getting out to Hurt in the high post. Back to Elodie, back to Valunas. Good quick ball movement into Adams in the post. Just get out to Elodie, who fakes the pass, gets the three, too short. Long rebound by Valunas. Hurt thinks about the three, passes out to Valunas, who drives in. Aaron pass, looks like it's going to be Richards' ball.
I thought that was tipped. Apparently that was just miscommunication and a bad play by LT.
LT fans not loving that call, but it was hard to see from our perspective, and the IHSA refs probably got it right. I say probably because I don't know. Carl Richard driving it in.
With the block, and a foul will be called.
Jeff Adams with the foul. That's a needed foul because you cannot let a Richards player drive in like that. You got to let them earn their points at the free throw stripe.
Yeah, but that is now Jeff Adams' 3rd foul, and he is getting into foul trouble as LT has 10 team fouls already and are in the double bonus.
LT with double-digit fouls as Carl Richard makes his first free throw. Richards back up to a 14-point lead. Pretty much suffocating this LT team right now and killing any hopes they have of coming back in this game, but there's still a little under 7 minutes left to go. We will wait and see what will happen as Richard takes the second free throw attempt and makes it a 15-point lead for Richards. LT really right now needs to play quickly, play smart, realize that this isn't necessarily a unmanageable loss.
As LT right now is looking to play a lot more aggressively. All the players are a lot more angry as Tim Casentino is fouled on the play.
Casentino will be going to the line to shoot 2 points, or shoot 2 free throws rather. Hopefully making 2 points. That is number 23, Tommy Thomas's first personal foul. Richards is only their 4th team foul as Casentino makes good on his first free throw attempt.
Probably LT after the shot will be playing a lot more tighter defense and hoping to force Richards to turn the ball over more.
Cosentino making good on his second free throw attempt.
As Alex Burke comes in the game for Jeff Adams.
That is Cosentino's 11th point, tying up with Matt Hurt for the lead on the floor for LT. Number 23, Tommy Thomas with 15 points, leading Richards' side. Tommy Thomas passing that to a wide open Gonzalez, but he's too far to shoot anything. Denson geeks out, passes it to Gonzalez, who drives in, thinks twice about it, and he gets out. So Tommy Thomas, bad pass, bad play by Valunas trying to get the steal, but bounces back to Tommy Thomas's hands, and he gets back out to Gonzalez, who gets it out to Denson. Now to Pretel, who spins out, tries getting it in.
That was a good block by Alex Burke, even though he did. Sean did get enough power to get it up there.
Almost goaltending. That's going to be goaltending. Actually, they're going to wave off the basket. They're going to call a basket interference on Matt Hurt.
Now they're calling it goaltending.
Now they're calling it goaltending. LT will get the point. These ISSC refs really need to clear up their calling because they're confusing us a lot.
Not that it's that hard to confuse us, but.
Exactly. A blue car will confuse us if you understand my joke, which you don't.
I think you meant to say it would distract us, but
no, it would confuse us because we're not used to seeing it. Kyle Richards shoots a three.
Drains a three. Richards
now up 58.
Not miss a shot.
They're not missing a three-point attempt. I'm pretty sure they've only missed a couple of them all this game, if they missed any.
They've only missed 2 or 3 at the most.
Cosentino drives in. I don't know why they're not going for the quick three. Valunas getting double-teamed. Hurt wide open. Passes out to Elodie. Richards still playing a good job on defense.
Hurt almost loses the ball.
It, but he takes
a nice shot.
LT bringing this lead back down to 14 points with a little over 5 minutes left to go in the game. That is Hurt's 13th point of the game. And he will, actually no, there'll be a timeout. He was not being subbed out for.
As we will now bring you our next trivia question of the game.
Brought to you by the LT Business Management Club, who cannot be here, obviously, because we are not at LT.
Who holds the LT record for the most rebounds in a single career?
That's a really interesting question because it's really hard to keep those rebounding stats, especially from our perspective, but newspaper writers do a good job of doing it. And we'll give you another hint. It's not anybody here.
It's not anybody on the team. Not too recent.
Definitely not recent. It was a little while ago. It wasn't in our lifetime.
Again, we've only been alive since 1990.
We are only 17. Like we said, we are students of LT, so we cannot be that old. Richards will reset the game, bring the ball out. LT still down by 14 points. Is this time now for intentional fouls? Prattle gets the ball on the post and bounces off the backboard and in. Easy 2 points for Richards as they now widen this gap to a 16-point deficit for LT. As the strip by Denson, wide open layup. It's going to get blocked by Valunas.
And there's another foul.
I spoke too soon when I said wide open because Valunas was trailing behind him, and he fouled him. That's going to be 2 free throw shots for Denson.
Some of the players on LT right now just look like they have lost any enthusiasm right now to play as they are down by 16 points, which is a lot to overcome in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. As you saw right there, Pete Cosentino, after he got the ball stolen, Tim Cosentino, after he got the ball stolen from him, didn't really even run back on defense.
LT just, is it time now for LT to start doing the intentional fouls with 4:45 left to go in this game?
It might be. If not, it should be soon. As it looks like Elodie was tripped there, but there is no call on the play.
Cosentino drawing the ball back in. Almost gets the ball off the backboard, but Prattle will get the rebound. Richards is going to play this game slow as we are now in stretch time of this game. I mean, you've got a foul right now. You need to force this Richards team to win this game at the free throw line as Denson shoots the ball, rims out. Maybe a good play back there, not doing the intentional foul. As Elodie, you got to shoot the three there. You had the wide open shot. You do not hesitate. As he passes it to Gonzalez. He's going to have a wide open layup unless Gonzalez can do anything. And Matt Hurt tips it, but it goes in still.
It was a good effort, and he was called for goaltending either way, and the basket still went in.
Yeah, the basket still went in.
It was a great effort by Matt Hurt.
As Richards is now up by 20 points late to go in this fourth quarter. It's just getting ugly right now.
LT right now, they've just been playing somewhat sloppy, and most of those players right now have been in for a majority of the game and are probably exhausted right now. Tim Casentino hasn't been out like at all in this game so far.
That'll be Richard with
Makes
a long
another shot.
2-point shot. Richard's now leading by 22 points. Casentino bring the ball back up. You got to get the quick shot off right now as Elodie is wide open, fakes a shot, then takes it too short.
Little short.
Tommy Thomas with the rebound. It's right now just looking like it's going to be bad. As Tommy Thomas tries to
And
dunk.
they're calling a block. Or a foul, I'm sorry.
They don't call blocks, they call fouls, Fish. You got to get that right. It is last
You
game.
never know, they could yell out block sometimes.
That would be a little weird, but Evan Lewis will get his third personal foul. LT in double digits. The scoreboard doesn't allow us to see any fouls past 10 because after that it's just kind of obvious that
If
they're
there
in
is
foul
nothing
trouble.
past a double bonus.
Yeah, as number 23, Tommy Thomas, will make his first free throw attempt. It looks like Alex Sewell is going to come in for Colin Elodie, and so is Joe Isaac. It looks like they're going to play all their seniors now, doing the respectful thing, and Alex Bird is going to also come in. Connie Stamus doing the respectable thing is this team is really out of contention with 3:21 left to go, unless they can make a miraculous run.
With their subs, but he's doing the right thing by getting all the seniors to play because it looks like it's going to be the last game. It's a shame Thomas McMillan can't get into the game as he has been injured, and this team means the world to him as it looks like this will be the last game for LT.
A couple of these players will be playing college basketball somewhere. Jeff Adams will be playing college football at Columbia, like we already said before in previous games, as Richards makes one of his free throws. And Kevin Dunn, a junior, is going to come in for Tim Casentino as LT is going to go all subs, trying to give some of their players playing time before this season ends. Richards, it looks like it's going to be playing the winner of the Bartlett game going on right now in the East Aurora sectional.
They would either be playing Bartlett or Nico Valley.
It could have been a really interesting matchup if Neuqua Valley and LT won a rematch of the LT football playoff, which LT lost, but it does not look like it's going to be that scenario as LT is still losing by 22 points rather, with a little under 3 minutes left to go in this game. Gonzalez now has the ball for Richards. Gonzalez ball gets stripped.
A nice steal by Kevin Dunn.
Sewell.
Or by Sewell.
Isaac throws it
tipped
way
out of bounds.
overboard.
Oh, I thought that was tipped. That was. With 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the game, 68-45. This is not looking good for LT. There is, I hate to say this, but almost no chance for them to come back in the game. Which I really don't. Well, in the first half, I don't think they played too horrible.
Yeah, this game, it's just really been dominated by Richards. LT has done their best. Richards has just been too powerful of a squad as number 4 is going to shoot the three, miss it. One of their few misses on the three-point stripe, as that's been one of their keys. Sewell is going to bring it up. Going to go over the backcourt.
Nice shot by Sewell.
Great play by Sewell. And
we'll get a chance for the three-point play.
These subs trying to will this team at least to make it a respectable score. You never want to see in the IHSA scoreboard a 20-point loss in a sectional final. You never want to see a lopsided victory like that. Sewell shoots the one and makes it. LT only down by 19. Number 11 is going to bring it up for Richards. Number 40 is going to shoot it.
Too hard.
Too strong off the rebound. Alex Sewell with the rebound.
Sewell has actually been playing pretty well for the minute he's been in the game.
But Kevin Dunn just got the ball stolen. Number 50 is going to try to dunk, and he's going to
get the charge.
Charge call on Alex Sewell. Great call by the IHS refs and great charge by
Sewell
Alex
can
Sewell.
really take a hit. I mean, it looked like he just got kneed in the face right there.
Alex Sewell, a former football player for Lyons Township, a former defensive safety, or defensive back rather. As Alex Sewell's going to shoot the three, and he's going to leave it too short. Number 50 with the rebound, and this is really going to be downtime for Richards, as they're going to wind down this game and get ready for the Chicago State Super Sectional.
And Richards really has played a great basketball game. Because LT is a good team, which really shows me that Richards is also a really good team right now.
Richards, one of the best, probably one of the best teams in this IHSA playoff still left in the bracket. number 1 ranked squad in the Richards sectional. The Bulldogs chanting some disrespectful chants, so we will let that go because we're nice. Contradicting what we already said before. As that's going to be CJ Esposito's fourth personal foul in foul trouble, but at this point it's not that important. As number 4 makes both of his free throws, Tyrone Roper, the 6'2 senior, getting playing time at his last game in this Richards building.
And it
Joe
looks
Isaac
like
with a long 3, and he gets it. Lions now with 52 total points, which is all they needed to win the Curry game. But the defense did not do a great job tonight, and they let Richards score another 70-point game, which is their 15th 70-point game of the season.
as LT brings in the rest of their subs, and everybody has gotten a chance to play in the last game of the year.
Roper has the ball, passes out to number 40.
Now the subs actually haven't been playing too bad against this Richards team.
Maybe makes you wonder if they should have been playing to begin with, but they shouldn't have been. We're not going to question the coaching at this point.
Really, LT has, it just was a tough game also with the injury with Thomas McMillan, who you have to feel bad for, who this was his last game and he wasn't even able to play because of his injury. As Alex Sewell pokes it out.
Number 20 with the layup and just too hard off the back where number 20
gets the ball
Spencer
back.
Hudson. Pass out to Joe Isaac. Alex Sewell with a three-pointer. And he
Drains
gets
the
the
three.
ball with 40 seconds left, 70-55 LT. Now only down by 15. Is it possible for 15 points to be scored in 30 seconds? We'll wait and see.
As this game wraps out, as LT will be losing the game. It looks by about only 15.
It's still a respectable showing by this Richards team. Richards doing a great job of playing this game. And Alex Sewell's going to get a steal. He's going to lay it up for a good 2 points as LT is now only down by 13 points. They can still win this game with 9 seconds left to go, but they won't even try. Because
It's good to be optimistic, Joe, but
4 seconds left, we can do it.
being the last game that LT is going to play this year, they played a phenomenal season, being one of the better teams that LT has had since 2002. They had a great year, runner-up for the West Suburban Silver Conference champions. It was a good year for LT, even though this is their last game.
Last game for seniors. Tim Cosentino, Thomas Miller did not play, but he was on the bench. Joe Isaac, Alex Sewell, Matt Hurt, Ed Valunas, Alex Burt, CJ Esposito, and Jeff Adams. This is the last game for those seniors as we lose 70-57, but this has really been a great season for Lyons Township, getting back and showing that they are a team to beat going into next season, especially with juniors Colin Lodi, Kevin Dunn, Kevin Maldowny, and Matt Palega, who played earlier in the season, did not see a lot of playing time in the playoffs. But looking ahead to the future in the IHSA playoffs, this Richards team will go on to play either Neuqua Valley or Bartlett in the Chicago State Super Sectional. And whoever wins that game will go on to the state semifinals.
And I really can't wait to see what these seniors on this team are going to do. They're all talented, and they're all going to have great futures. With Alex Sewell, he's going to go into football. Jeff Adams, Thomas McMillan will probably go into football as long as Matt Hurt. And
we're going to see
this is just a great set of seniors, and it's just, you don't like to see them lose this way. But great year for LT.
It's a shame to see these seniors go out the way they did, losing by 13 points to this strong Richards team. If they were going to lose to any team, it might as well have been this team because LT was going in as the underdog in this game, and it showed as Richards going to hoist the sectional title. LT losing a heartbreaker to Richards, 70-57. Richards improving and going on to the Chicago State Super Sectional.
And I just have to say, great season, LT. And I am Mike Fisher-Keller. This is Joe Ragusa, and we'll be signing off from LTTV.
And we will see you in future programming on LTTV.